talking about a big weekend. It's pretty big for Jesse because he is stepping off into Faithful here.
Big shoes, Bubba.
So we've talked about this quite a bit. Faithful is our it's been the car that's been good to us that we got in 2019, right as we were getting the channel going, got in with Capital, and Faithful was the car that we went and got. And then Joseph, we got it put together in a hurry, and Joseph went out to Southern and won the Southern All-Stars doubleheader. I believe that was late August of 2019. And that was, to me, one of our first big moments as a YouTube channel, as the Hunt the Front race team. I mean, we've been racing for years prior to that, but as what you all viewers and listeners here on Patreon, know is that was one of our first big moments. And then we've had many more, but a lot of them have been involving that car, Faithful, right? The National 100, the Super B. I mean, there's several more. I pointed to the checks on the wall, and I'm like pointing out the ones we won with Faithful. It's like, heck, the majority of them, Right. So this car's really good to us, right? Did I sum it up correctly there, fellas? Joseph, you've done the most driving with it. Did I sum it up correctly there?
That's that piece, man. That's the most coveted piece in all the crate racing land, in my opinion, Jesse. And you're the one in the seat. So
God,
I'm just saying. Pressure. I'm just saying, like you just.
Hey, I'll be honest. I think I got a little feel of what you're talking about. That just few laps I made the other night at practice. It just works.
Listen,
I'm telling you, you turn left, it just does it.
You turn left,
I just want you to know, like, I'll swap with you if you want.
I'm a little worried.
I tell you what, Joey, I left your seat in it just in case you decide, hey, that brand new or that 1-year-old Longhorn just can't do it. Okay, I'll swap with you if you decide your new Longhorn can't get the job done.
Right. I just want you to know, like, I will gladly swap with you if you would like. If not, hey, we're going to go race.
Hey, we'll talk about it after practice tomorrow night, maybe. Okay.
There's nothing I need to see. Like, I'll swap with you. Just know that.
If you get out of that car,
whenever you get out of that car and I'm 3/10 faster than you all night, yeah, let's talk.
Yeah.
All right.
So we should clarify that Joseph, it's not like Joseph isn't racing or doesn't have something good to race. He's in the Longhorn.
Don't let him say he's over here selling. He's over here selling like I come on.
No, I think he's just trying to put more pressure on Jesse.
I got good
here.
stuff. I just know what that one is. I have a lot of unknowns. It might be better. I have no idea. We're going to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse, is there any pressure with being in Faithful?
Yeah, no. I mean, just gonna race. Just gotta go race. Drive the car. It's a good car. Just go drive it. I do think it's a little bit better than what I have been in. I swear to you, it reacts a lot better. But other cars good too.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
But no, I don't have any pressure no matter how much Joseph's trying to get in my head right now because he's scared. He's scared.
He's shaking. I can see it.
Listen, shaking. I know what you're going to be driving, Bubba.
Yeah, and you're scared.
So what you're saying is all this time
I'm concerned.
You've had an advantage.
He's concerned.
Yeah.
Jesse, what he's saying is all this time he's had an advantage.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And now he's on the other end of the whole deal here.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known that I've had good stuff.
How the car's stable.
I've never.
Listen, I've heard all day, Jesse, you're going to be in the best crate car in the country. How do you feel? You're going to have the best crate car in the world.
And a top.
He's just trying to mess
engine.
with me. He's
proven
just
engine, too.
with me.
Proven engine?
Yeah.
Proven engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting in the head there.
Listen, we'll see. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I just hope to be on pace, make the show. All right.
That's right.
One other thing that I did want to along those same lines, it's a similar topic. Joshua and Jesse, y'all had Matt Henderson on the podcast to interview last week ahead of when we were supposed to run this race at Southern Raceway. And y'all talked a little bit about how it's interesting how in the super late models it's Rocket and Longhorns, right? And then in the crate late models, you see a plethora of various, capitals are fast. BMFs are good right now. CVR. What am I leaving? Savage. What else
Savage,
is
yeah.
out there that's there's
Hell,
a lot
Jimmy
of
Thomas runs Scorpions, I
yeah.
think.
Just a lot of good cars.
Track Star.
Track Star is good in the crates. So y'all talked a little bit about with Matt Henderson about that, and he talked about how people they figure out how to go fast with what they have or what they're able to have, I guess, right? Whereas in supers, guys are just gravitating to what they see is already fast. Joseph, do you have any other thoughts on why you see more diverse chassis brands and crates versus super late models running well?
I think that I'm not going to say it's easier to run good in a crate car, but it's when the stage is a little different, and when in that like even this weekend, we're probably going to have somewhere between 30 and 40 cars here at a pretty good show, pretty good little race here. um I don't know what I'm getting at, but I think that overall, super late model racing is just a little bit different, and you, you have more power. You know what I mean? So it's
twice
harder.
the power.
Yeah, it's harder to make something stick to the racetrack when you have the more power, no matter how much you restrict it or how much you let off the throttle. Like you just have more power, and you gotta figure out how to get it to the ground, and that's the thing. In the crate racing, you don't have that. To have to worry about, and it can make something a different chassis brand, I guess, or a different setup or anything still be competitive. And in the super stuff, it obviously changes that a little bit, just because there's just more to deal with.
It's
And
one thing to hook up 400 horsepower. It's a whole nother thing to hook up 800 plus horsepower.
Yeah,
Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, for sure. And another thing, when everybody in Super has Rockets and Longhorns, it's really hard to go outrun them, because those two chassis brands, they have their stuff figured out. And it don't care how good you are, or how good of a piece you have, like it's hard to go outrun that stuff. And in the crate racing things, you get something freed up and that'll turn, that has traction, you can compete. It's still, it ain't like it was. It ain't like it was 10, 15 years ago, when you could take a 10 or 15-year-old car and go out there and race and compete up front. Those days are kind of gone, honestly. But you can still have something that's not the best of the best and everything perfect, and race on Saturday nights, and work your regular job and everything else, and go run crate stuff. And you can go run super stuff as well, but you still got to have really good stuff to do it with.
You don't have to quite be an engineer
Right.
to figure out how to hook up a crate, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Well,
Sure,
have
it
a team of
helps.
engineers.
Hey, it helps, but
Yeah.
yeah. It's a totally different ball game, I feel like, with crates, though. It's more about the traction's easier to get. Now it's more about how can you keep the momentum, and not bog your car down.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. All these cars nowadays are engineered to have traction with 900 horsepower. When you put some in there with 400 horsepower, like you got to do stuff to get the traction out of the race car. Like you got to unhook it so that way the motor can run.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I feel like that's the problem I'm going to have this weekend, is trying to figure that part out.
With the crate and a Longhorn.
Yes.
Which, by the way, will be the first time we've ever run, put a crate in a Longhorn. So it got you worried at all?
I'm concerned.
Yeah, and I already told him, like, listen, Joseph, when he gets it figured out, it's going to be Saturday. But here's the problem with that: he's going to be starting about 18th, about that point, when he gets it figured out, and I'll be up front.